So talking about comedy, is it something that you really dreams to do it from your childhood? Is
Let
it
me
your
say,
dream?
from my childhood,
Yeah.
I never dreamt about comedy, but I remember I became a fan of comedy. That was in 2015, because by then I used to go to school in Uganda, and
Mm.
then whenever I come during holidays, I will be staying in Juba. Then
Mm.
after holidays, I go back to Uganda.
Mm.
And by then I was staying in Qatar. So there is this comedy show that happened in Kenya called A Thousand Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, where there is Eric Omonde, there is Killing the Drum from Nigeria, there is a lot of comedians.
Mm.
So me watching that comedy, I fell in love with Killing the Drum, with his jokes.
Yeah.
I'm not gay, but I fall in love with
Uh-huh.
jokes. Yeah. So I was like, damn, nigga, you can do this. I was talking to myself
Yeah.
while watching. Up to today, I still watch that comedy,
Mm.
and I still keep repeating it. Like it's now into me, and whenever I watch it, I still get more ideas and all that stuff. So after watching, I was like, I can be like this nigga. So that's when I decided to call myself Kimo the Drunk.
So Kimo
Yeah,
the drunk.
because I was inspired by Killing the Drunk.
Yeah.
But with time to come, after using that name, Kimo the Drunk, and then I came to know Wakil, I came to know VIP, I came to know a lot of comedians that are South Sudanese, and then I fell in love with their craft.
Mm.
And then Wakil became my inspiration, VIP became my inspiration. Then I was like, if Wakil Jesh Commando, why can't I be Bench Kim?
Mm.
Ben, that Bench, someone that is big in that
Uh-huh.
Jesh Commando stuff.
Yeah.
Then with time to come, I used that name. Then I remember when I went to Yale, by then the name only Kimo remained.
Mm.
But Bench is no longer there. Drunk is no longer there.
Mm.
Then when we went and opened Kilkilan in Yale, I remember when I performed, somebody just came to me, elderly person, like, son, you're really a sultan of comedy. You deserve that title.
So
And
that
since from that day, that's where
you.
Sultan came in, and up
Yeah.
to today.
So are you proud to be Sultan Kimo?
I'm very proud.
Okay. Are you happy being a comedian right now?
Very, very, very happy.
Yeah.
Because I make people happy.
Mm.
Though I also am a human, I sometimes I go through a lot,
Mm.
but I have that inner me that always talk to me. Because I believe that if I can talk to 1,000 people and I make them laugh,
Mm.
sometimes I make them sad, sometimes I also relate to their stories.
Mm.
So why not me talking to myself? Because Kimo is for everyone, Sultan Kimo is for everyone. But when you come to my home name, which is Hakim James, that's me now.
Mm.
And that's when I get hurt, I be Hakim. I no longer Kimo. Because Kimo is a happy guy.
Mm.
Kimo is always wanted to be happy, wanted to be around people, wanted to make friends and all that stuff. But Hakim is that Hakim that God created.
All right, if you just joined your live on Energy Talk right now, my name is Maros Bandizi, and with me here I have Sultan Kimo, and one of the South Sudanese best comedian, if I'm not mistaken. Do you want to be called that?
You are not mistaken. You're really right.
Uh-huh. Okay, now
Everyone wants to be a best.
let's talk about comedy as part of professions. Comedy is a profession, and being a comedy cracking joke is also your job.
Yeah.
So do you? We all know that we want to we want to work and have job to earn.
Yeah.
Okay, we all want to earn from whatever we're doing. So are you getting something from the from comedy? Is comedy actually paying you?
The fact is, comedy is paying.
Yeah.
Though other people may say comedy is not paying, but people are different. If comedy is paying me,
Yeah.
maybe comedy is not paying another comedian.
Yeah.
And that comes when you see the level
Mm-hmm.
where you are, and you see the level of that person that getting paid.
Mm.
I remember the biggest amount that I've received since I started comedy.
Mm.
It was $600. That was in 2023.
You're paid by website, or you're paid
Performance
by,
stand up.
okay.
Yeah, there was a comedy show called International Comedy Festival.
Mm.
It was organized by a comedian called Eke Dance.
Yeah.
He lived in Kenya. His lifestyle, his refugee camboy and all that stuff became a star. He had a lot of performance in East Africa. So he was like, okay, he wants to do something in Juba.
Yeah.
Every year like he will do a comedy festival international, bringing other comedians from outside and plus comedian within.
Mm.
So he never came to me because if he came to me, then people will be like, because we know each other.
Yeah.
So he sent his delegates to come to Kilkilana.
Mm.
And likely enough, that Thursday was performing.
Okay.
After my performance, I never had that idea that somebody's coming to me and book me.
Mm.
But me on the stage, I just wanted to do my best.
Okay.
Because me, whenever they tell me, Kimo, you're going to perform on Thursday, I always see that Thursday like is the end and is the first, is the omega, is the alpha, and is everything. Like I have to do my best. So that day I was doing as usual, and those guys were inside. So after watching my comedy, only one joke that amused the guy that came to look for comedian.
Mm.
I never knew him, but now we know each other. So after the comedy performance and all that stuff, then the following day on Friday, I got a call, unknown number. Oh yeah, what's up? Sultan Kimo. I was like, yeah, I'm the one. Okay, I'm from Comedy International Festival that is coming soon, and we need you.
Mm.
I was like, okay, you need me. So what's up? Okay, we need to meet, and we sign contract, memorandum of understanding, and your price and all that stuff. I was seeing it like a dream, bro.
Okay.
And then I came. We sat here in Yakron, and they sat, and the guy was like, yesterday I was so happy about your joke. You gave banana to that lady. I wish that day you do the same. And I was in my mind like, bro, I did not yet sign contract, and now you want me to perform that job.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was excited, and I was feeling like, yeah, something big came to me
Mm-hmm.
that I never expected, but it has come.
Yeah.
And it has taught me a lesson that I should expect more each and every time. Because by then I was not having that expectation that one day I'll cross the border, one day I will be in a big stage. But since that show, it taught me a lot. So after we discussed and they were like, okay, how much is your price and all that, you guys have to be uniform. We are three. Me, TikTok, and comedian Toma. And then they added Wakil and comedian Kiden, the only female youngest comedian.
Uh-huh.
So we went and sat as three of us, and Toma was like, let's charge them 1,000 per each.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Okay.
I was like, what? This guy wants to spoil this deal. I was just talking within me, and something came to my mind like, if they did not agree on that money, I'll just go on my way, talk to this guy, and at least any money that he can give me. Because I think I was not having price. Yeah, and that was the biggest show that came to me, and I mentioned a price that I was not the one who was mentioning. So after we agree on 1,000 each, we went back to them. But I was not happy. Though Jesus was telling me, don't worry, cool down, things will be fine. I was like, yeah, I will be cool down. So we said, and the guy was like, okay, how much are we talking about? We're talking about 1,000 each. And the show was for 2 days. 2 days after the day. Like today, then tomorrow again. Then they are like, okay, 1,000, you people really deserve it. But actually, in our budget, we're having 600 for one comedian. 300 for one day, and 300 for the other day.
Okay.
I jubilated from my heart, bro. Even though the rest were not going to accept, me, I've already accepted. So they're like, okay, so what's up now? We looked at each other, dollars. And you know how much dollar by then? 2023. And then I was like, okay, we agreed. Okay, tomorrow come and sign paper. I was still seeing it as a dream. Until I signed contract, I saw $600. My original name, home name, Hakim James. Then stand-up comedy, comedian Sultan Kimo. Still, I wasn't feeling that the dollar is going to be in my pocket. Until the billboard was printed out. First time being on billboard. It's awesome. You have to celebrate every success.
So you've been one of the famous comedians right now in South Sudan. Are you that expensive when someone wants to book you for a show?
I'm not expensive.
Yeah.
It depends on the situation, and it depends on how you talk to me. Because currently in South Sudan, mostly entertainers, like the phone is now the office, and you as the entertainer, you're the one to agree. Because if you want to have manager, it has a lot of some misunderstanding. But then I still chill it as long as I know one day I'll have a manager. But then at least I have to try and face the other side of the wall by my side before anyone coming to me. I have to establish myself. Then after I establish, so that if anyone comes as a manager,
Mhm.
he has to go by what I want. Because you know, comedy is not like music. Comedy is a brain thinking. You know, is a school, bro.
Mhm.
Comedy is not easy. I remember one of the comedians said it on his stage, and up to today, he did not come on his stage.
Yeah.
He used to tell me on in his school, hey, you know, bro, when I come there, I have 100 of jokes that I wrote down. Like, bro, come. He came. The first week was good. The second week, things were not going fine. Now
Okay, are
I
you trying to
am
tell me?
the.
Are you trying to tell me like being a comedian is not a like
It's not easy.
is not a easy job?
It's not a job for everyone.
Oh.
Is a calling job. You know, when they call those of pop, they call the sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's how comedians are. This is on my own understanding, but I don't know the rest of the comedian because don't go there and then you say, okay, now Kimo said comedians, popes. No, this is to me.
Okay, now the biggest surprise to me right now is I've never listened to your jokes in English, and now you're just surprising us. Is it a surprise to your fans, maybe to listen to you speaking fluent in English?